to fans and family. This is the face behind Ed Coop's truck. We're doing some repairs today. We're working on the sway bar. Got to put in some new sway bar bushings. Doing a little bit of maintenance for the 89. It's going to be in the show coming up, the in Enos, Texas. So I got some maintenance work I need to get done to it. We're going to replace some sway bar bushings and a few other little things today. I'll see how much I can get to. Just got off work because I work nights from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. And I'm out here wrenching and doing a video for y'all. So we're about to get started and let you know what all you have to do to take this sway bar off and the tools that you need to get it done. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see where we're at and what we're doing on this. Sorry about the plane flying over. If it's masking out my voice, it's a jet or something flying over above. But we're about to get busy. These are the parts that I picked up at O'Reilly's auto parts store. They're sway bar bushings that are inside of here that we got to show you. Like I say, I got two of these that are going on. They're brand new, and we got the Master Pro ones. I think they were like maybe $8 or $10. Then they have some more expensive. They all gonna do the same thing. That's the part number that's on these sway bar bushings if you have to replace them on your vehicle. Some of y'all I know are already experts at this. These are for the beginners and some of the people just starting out, and the women also who have vehicles. If you're a beginner and you don't know, I'm about to show you this. So we're getting ready to do this now. I'm going live doing this so you can see the content as I do it. So let's begin. So like I said, you're gonna have to use to get the ones off from here. They're this big, and we're gonna be using the, I can see this without my glasses, a 10 millimeter. These things probably been on here forever. You're gonna need some WD-40 also. The other one, you're gonna need maybe it's either a 1/2 inch or the 14, I believe it's gonna be the 14 millimeter. So I'm gonna get busy doing this, and y'all can watch me doing it live. I gotta take the other one off, then I gotta take the bushings off this back in the back. Yeah, some of this stuff been on this truck for quite some time. I don't know if these are original parts that's been on here since 1989 or if they've been replaced at one time or another. But we're going to find out. WD-40 makes these come off a whole lot easier. Some kind of penetrating oil will make it easier for them to come off. And hopefully I got the right ones. We'll see if these rubbers are slide back up in here. Easy breezy. If not, we'll find out if they are or not. They come in several different sizes. You're supposed to measure your sway bar so you'll know the size that you need to put back up in there. Like I said, these have been on here for quite some time. So look at that. Man, they're in horrible shape. Like I said, it ain't that expensive to do, but yeah, these are old and brittle. They've been on there for a while, so it's time to get them off of there and get some new ones on. It don't take too long to change these out. They're fairly pretty quick and pretty easy to do. And like I say, just line them back up and get them back on here and get them back in there. Now we just gotta stretch this and make it go back over the stabilizer bar and get it lined back up where it needs to be at. Like I say, it's pretty quick to take these off and on and get them put back on here. We just gotta get everything lined back up and probably grease back up and get them back where they need to be at. I may have to tap it with a hammer a little bit to get them back up in there and where they belong, but they seem like they're going on fairly easy. See, I already got that one installed already. Then we'll be moving on over to the passenger side and getting that side done up. Yeah, like I said, it don't take too long to do these. Just gotta get them lined back up in the holes and tighten them back down. Spray a little penetrating oil of WD-40 on these, and then they go right back up in the same holes and start cranking them down. And go from there. Like I said, I apologize for the planes flying over. The airport ain't too far away. I live here in Fort Worth, Texas, so hopefully you can hear me. Got one side down already, and this side is almost back on and getting it done. Yeah, you gotta have good stabilizer bushings. It's part of your front end and your handling with this sway bar. If these bushings are loose, then yeah, it's gonna make stuff slop around under there, and that ain't what you want. Like I said, I almost got this side completely done, and we're almost gonna be ready for the other side. Like I said, we got the Texas truck show invasion coming up in Enos, Texas, and that's what this 89 is going to be entered into. That way I can get some exposure from the channel and let people know who I am. So I got a little bit of maintenance to do on this thing. I replaced a lot of the parts on the front end, you know, a while back, and they're still good. It's just the stabilizer bar that needs to be bushings need to be did, and the gearbox has a small leak in there. It's not a bad one, but eventually I need to get around to doing that. That's just a pain to have to take off, but it has to be done. Well, we got one down and one more to go. But see, look how brittle those are. You can see it in there. The other side is much worse. But these are your stabilizer bushings for your sway bar. Keeps your sway bar where it needs to be at and makes it handle better. So I said the part was a Master Pro part, and that's the part number if anybody's interested in the part number. If you got a 89 or 87, they're almost similar design on these trucks. I mean, the front ends are basically similar underneath there. They all got a stabilizer bar on them. So, but it is a little humid out here. This is Fort Worth, Texas. We got the other side over there to take off. I don't know if you can see it. I'll bring the camera in closer for you. The other side is worse up under there. I'll see if I can get the camera and show you. But that other side is completely out of there. It is ripped apart. So these needed to be replaced on here. But I'm getting busy doing this other side over here so y'all can see it and see what they look like. Like I said, some of y'all who are experts, y'all know how to do this. This is for some of the beginners who don't know, and for some of the women out there that don't know, because we do have women that have OBS trucks, and we do have women that are mechanics and wrenching on trucks, or some that are beginners that want to know this kind of stuff. So I got the other side to do. Then we can let this thing down and maybe take it out for a test run to see how it's doing. Like I said, I do thank everybody who's been following me and tuning into the channel and watching me on my journey as my YouTube channel is blowing up. It's been growing pretty good. It's been at a steady pace, and I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I say, I don't know everything. There's some stuff that I'm still learning as I go, but I built both of these trucks here along with my nephew. He helped me build these, and we got them to where they are now. And like I said, I love the OBS. It has the L83 Gen 5 with the 4L90 transmission in it. And it's got good power for being a stock motor. You know, we got it tuned from Danny. Y'all seen it on my previous videos. He came out and had to tune it because we put AC on this thing and it kept pulling the RPMs down too low. And we needed to get it tuned. So all that stuff is squared away. The PSI wiring harness that I have on this thing that I got from PSI Plug and Play, it has the 2010 Corvette oxygen sensors on these things. That's just how they made them. So it's got the 2010 Corvette oxygen sensors on them. So let me get busy. I'm finna go over here and do this other side and knock that out so I can put these sway bar bushings in here. We already got the passenger side done, and we're finna get the driver side done. Like I said, you need a WD-40 and you need a 10mm socket to take those bushings down, and it's a brace that holds it up under there, and it's fairly easy. Like I said, get you some penetrating oil, WD-40, because you know most of these stuff on these old trucks, they're going to be rusted. So So let's get busy and keep on going. That way you can see me knock out this other side, and you'll see me up under there. I'm finna get busy wrenching on this other side. And we're doing this live so y'all can see the content and see what you got to do if you have to do this yourself. Like I say, I just got off work after being out all night long, and now I'm under here doing this, and I try to stay vigilant and making videos for y'all, and I'm doing my best to try to come up with the best content I can come, and I hope I ain't boring you too much. But like I say, I've been trying to get videos of me driving and burnouts, but it's hard to do by yourself. Most of the time when I'm off, everybody's at work. So I'm gonna have to have a second set of hands for someone to help do some filming for me and actually do some driving and see the trucks driving. So, but this one's almost out. You're gonna be shocked when you see the way this bushing on this side ripped apart. Like I said, it's a pretty quick process replacing these. Now the gearbox is going to be a little different. You're going to have to get the gearbox puller for taking the gear arm off here, the pitman arm and idler arm and all that stuff like that. So I won't be able to get to that today. I won't have the time to do that today. That's going to have to be something I have to save for the weekend, because I do have to be back in bed by 1:30 this afternoon so I can be back in a semi driving at 7:30 tonight. So I'll try to get everything I can do done when I get off in the morning. Even if I'm tired, I try to still post these videos and make these videos for you. All right, we got the bolts out of this side here. Like I said, it's just two of them that's in it. I may have to get a screwdriver maybe to get this one to release, because it came loose. Yeah, this side is not nice up under there. Yeah, this one's brittle. I'm gonna have to get probably a hammer and a screwdriver to knock the rest of this thing out the way it's pushed up in there, because it ain't gonna play nice. Anytime, you know, when you're working on this stuff, it don't always go according to plan, and it ain't always nice. Sometimes when some of this stuff has been on these trucks for a while. Anybody that did any wrenching, and you know what I'm talking about, when sometimes you got to take some of this stuff off. Some of this stuff may have been on here for a minute or two, but we're getting it replaced. Yeah, I might have to get a hammer and a punch and get this one punched out of here, and then I can get that other one put up in there, and we should be good to go after that. That one wants to be a little nasty. Trying to get the hammer and the screwdrivers and punch the rest of that gasket out of there. Like I said, I apologize for the planes. They fly over a lot where I live at. And like I say, it is humid down here in the DFW area. Yeah, this one's almost out. I'm going to show you this gasket on this one here. This thing was horrible. Like I said, the other side was worse. This thing was so brittle and it needed to be replaced. So like I said, the passenger side was a little more easier to take out and forthgiving. Now we just got to get this driver side bushing in. But yeah, you can see this one. It has some issues. It needed to be replaced. Well, let's get up under there and get this other one done, and we can get this out of the way. Yeah, this side I may have to take the bushing apart so we can raise and lower whatever we need to do so we can get this other side back in. But like I said, y'all get the concept or what is needing to be done to this one here. I'm going to have to lower this one down to get the gasket in on this side here. That's just how they're made. But I gotta take it apart from under here where it has the bushing to the control arm, and then we're able to lower it down. Then we'll be able to put it back in place. So like you said, y'all got to see the first one got put in place, so you get to see how it is. Everybody who's been saying hi, thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for watching. So that way you got to see what it takes to put those bushings on that sway bar. So if you like what I'm doing, subscribe to the channel, spread the word. I'm working hard trying to get this thing done. Like I say, I do have a full-time job, so this is not my full-time job. I drive semi trucks at night from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. And like I say, I got off at 7 in the morning and I'm still up working. So thank all y'all for tuning in. Thank everybody for saying hi and visiting this morning with me. But like I say, this one will be done here. So I'm finna get ready to end this one here. And so I can try and get this thing wrapped up and finished up. So hope all y'all enjoy your morning. and waking up to the rest of the world, because I'm gonna be going to bed soon, so I can get back up later. So, hey, we'll see everybody.